Fellas, I thought I'd never see the day where bullying discriminates against a group of developers or people. So that's more of a meme, but I guess you could call it racist if you want. But either way, this extension, made by DD0, made it in a section that warns you if a game is made or owned by gamefam, lol, Roblox dev. And this got 50,000 views with mostly positive reception. It's not surprising though, considering that the reputation of gamefam is pretty low right now as we speak of. For those of you who don't know, you can just go watch this video. Anyways, if you play the video, he's just gonna go to a game that's owned by them, and it says in the red box, this game may be owned or affiliated with GameFam, which War Tycoon is. I'm not sure what GameFam does exactly. I know that they buy out games, but they own 1% or they own all of it. I really don't know how it works. They put goddamn caution signs as if this is like some genuine crime scene going on here. Base boycott GameFam. Give him no revenue to fund their suit with, I don't think he spelled that correctly. The great community backlash against Brandon and corporate feeling game studios is beginning, and I'm here for it. Initial reaction: this is hilariously extra. Second reaction: the community blacklisting immorally made games is kind of like using Twitter to cancel companies with bad working conditions, and I love it. This is real innovation. Now here, I think we have a bootlicker. I understand the frustration in the recent situations, but we, developers, have put hundreds of hours into our projects and updates. This just makes things worse rather than better. 1 out of 2. Use this great talent of yours to make something essential, not something that puts people out of their jobs. Thanks. From Slice, to be fair, you'd be better off not working for GameFam in the first place. Personally, I'm happy with my team over at GameFam. There are different project managers and such for each time. My team is great and I'm very happy with everything. There's that.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. You had a good experience, I guess. That doesn't nullify the guy who had a genuine shit time and is in debt. That doesn't nullify it because you're saying that, well, they treated me with respect. You just completely ignore of why GameFam was called out in the first place. Did they kidnap your family again? Blink twice if you want to call the cops.
It's just such a stupid thing to say. It's just to completely ignore other people's big flaws and problems with the company. Just go on to say, well, if that didn't occur to me, so that must mean that the company is good. Now, I will admit that some of this is just mob hate because this guy, but yeah, the general reputation of GameFam is pretty dog shit now. I mean, even Flamingo made a video on it, pretty much calling him out. I mean, fellas, this is pretty big because I never seen a developer on this scale get called out this much, or rather a game studio company or whatever the fuck you want to call these guys. This guy kind of has a good point. Not gonna lie, I feel for the devs of the games that have had the majority of it bought out by GameFam. They're likely going to be hit hard in terms of reputation, even though they have nothing to do with the company itself. It is kind of a shame because these people that did sell out or, you know, collaborate with GameFam, whatever you want to call it from your own point of view, they're not exactly agreeing with what GameFam does, but I don't think they really have a choice to pull out. Then you might be locked into some sort of contract. And of course, if they knew about GameFam doing this, I don't think most of these guys would have signed up for it. In fact, I was even offered by apparently some GameFam employee to collaborate with my game, Tower Defense X. I just ignored him because, well, I don't want to do business. And even before all this, just generally a monopoly, it's not something I would let slide. And nothing they really offer either can really entice me to agree with them, because if it's like some sort of money I need to fund my game or programmers, I have a pretty high-end programmer and I have money that I've been paying out of my own pocket for our own devs, contractors and whatnot. And to promote my game, I am the promotion. Nothing you can offer will make me accept it. But that's only for my situation. I can't really speak for others that don't really have the luxury I do, which is a channel to advertise your own game and have your own personal funding to pay all your devs and contractors and things like that. As for these bigger games that sell out to GameFam, I assume they did it just because they don't really give a shit to do as much work on it, or maybe they're having trouble with developers or something. You know, the list could go on for a long time. Anyways, I never really heard of a good monopoly company, like companies that monopolize really turn out good for the most part. I'll show you why it's bad here in a second with my new camera. Man, I love a new camera. I'm doing dumb shit like this because I think it's cool. Let's pretend that this is a Roblox Game Explorer page. Is some major Roblox branded company that monopolizes and buys out a lot of games. They own each hotel. Each property piece is a big game. And there's some games that are in the making, but they're not as big right now. And then these little greenhouses right here are owned by regular people, not affiliated with some sort of monopoly thing. Let's say this top hat is a Roblox developer looking for work. So our little developer is looking for work. You know, he heard about the recent monopoly sort of studio that treated their employees bad, but not to the point where it was going to be any sort of illegal stuff being dealt to them. So he ignores them, he's looking for work, and he finds this one game studio that isn't owned by a lot, but they're not looking for anyone. So he goes on to the next one. He continues his journey ignoring the giant walking red flags that he comes across to work for. But he just keeps finding more and more of the red flags until he does find one that isn't owned by the monopoly, but they too are not looking for workers, and their play kind of sucks. So you go on to the next one. He tries to get in, but he doesn't have enough work experience. This guy over here is always hiring, but he knows how shady they are, so he goes on to the next one. He goes on to the next one. They're not looking for any workers. He goes on to the next one. Their pay is okay, but they require 3 years of experience. He only has 2. He goes on to the next one, ignoring the red flag. Goes on to the next one, and they too are not looking for any work, so he can't work for them. He has nowhere to work at, so what does he do? He goes to the monopoly and has to accept their bad, shitty reputation, and maybe he has a good time or a bad time, as they say. After all, these are mostly allegations that are usually brought up, and nothing really legal is done. So he goes to work for them and gets. Right! The allegations were true! Help somebody! The allegations were true! You know what? I quit, Mr. Monopoly! Oh, you can't because you signed a contract. Now get over here! Let's say he does quit, leaves, you know, as he should. Trying to always look for more work, but he can't. So he takes another one at this monopoly. And yeah, you guys get the goddamn picture already. God damn! I love my camera, man. Oh, let's roll the dice. Rolls dice. Oh, I got doubles. Hold on, let's see if you double snake eyes. No. 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 Come on. No, come on, Joe Biden. Damn it. Come on, George Washington. Come on, Donald J. Trump. Come on, Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Fuck. Snake eyes. Damn it. Check it out, you guys. Damn it. Check out these killer moves. Yo, this game sucks anyways.